What's the point of eating? Why do we eat? Why do we eat? Why am I going to munch on these bananas at some point during the day today? Energy, right? Energy. We need energy. We want energy. Okay, we want energy. We want energy so we can go on. Okay, go on do what? Go on living. Go on surviving. Okay, where does it all lead to? Death and the grave and old age and sickness and disease. Well, what if I take care of my health? What if I become a Breatharian? What if I become immortal? You know, the Breatharians talk about immortality. At some point, by some chance, you're going to get hit by a lightning bolt. Your body's going to break down for no other reason than it's breaking down. At some point, that's just nature. Everything in nature is just wired to come to be, get preserved for a little while, and then get destroyed. That's just the way it is. Brahma creates, Vishnu maintains, Shiva destroys. So no matter what we do, no matter how much we take care of our health, you know, I'm an aspiring Breatharian myself. I'd like to get off food and be sustained by the prana, by the sunlight, by cosmic energy. That is my project. And as I move to Thailand, that'll become like a major project in my life. So, but that's only delaying death. That's only delaying the inevitable. That's only delaying the inevitable, death. Okay, so we eat food. We eat food so that we get energy. So that we get energy, so that we go on. So that we go on doing our thing, whatever our thing is here. CEO, engineer, cashier, something, whatever. Okay, whatever. You do your thing, you get the energy, otherwise you can't do your thing, right? You need the energy. Now, food is one source of energy. You got many other sources, but let's talk about specifically about food here. This is the common one for most people, me included. Okay, the primary source of energy. So we go on living, we get energy. All right. Then that's gonna bring more questions here. So then we die. All right, so that brings on the obvious question. What the hell is the point of anything? What's the point? So I'm eating, I'm getting energy. Oh, great, I have energy. Yay, I have energy. Yay, okay, well, what's the point? What am I doing with it? I'm doing whatever, right? I'm building a family, building a house. I'm helping the world. I'm a bodhisattva. I'm here to save all sentient beings. Whatever your thing is. But ultimately, it leads to death. So then that begs the question, what is the point? What's the meaning of all of this? And the answer, as we addressed in the previous video, is there's no meaning. There really is no meaning. Life is inherent, it's meaningless. And it's a play. And that's not it's a play. It's a playful act. Creation is a playful act. Okay. But within the playfulness, there is a game that is being played here. And that is the game of enlightenment. The game of finishing up the trip, becoming enlightened. Right? Becoming self-realized. Becoming truth-realized. God-realized. And that's the point that I want to get to, and I want to relate it to food. You cannot answer the question, what should I eat? And make your choices about eating without first knowing what it is that you're doing here. And in here, you're playing. This is a playful act. You're basically trying to kill time until you get enlightened. That's the root of it. Everybody's getting enlightened. Everybody is playing this hide and seek game. God consciousness is playing hide and seek game within itself to forget itself completely, and eventually, after many eons within time and space, remember it is Brahman. It is what it is. It is. Okay, it's pure awareness. So once you realize that this is what everybody's doing here, this is what I'm doing here, you say, well, okay, everything in my life has to create an environment conducive for my consciousness to reach its full potential, full realization. So then in other words, you say, well, all right, I'm going to have to eat whatever is going to help me achieve nirvana, achieve mukti, achieve enlightenment as quickly as possible. Even though you really have no choice, it's already predetermined when you will get enlightened and you'll be done with the trip. Nevertheless, you say, all right, I'm going to have to help myself here. Whatever I do, I'm here to create an environment conducive for the process to take place. Much like you need a process conducive for a flower to bloom. If a flower does not have adequate soil conditions and adequate sunlight, adequate air, adequate water, it won't bloom. It just will not bloom. It might have to wait until next spring or the one after. It may never bloom. Okay, it may never bloom. Now, the good news is we all bloom. We all become butterflies at some point. And we would like to create an environment. Without the environment, you're not going to bloom. You're not going to bloom. This is why Jesus went to the desert. He needed that calm, pure environment to become fully enlightened. Okay? This is why all these mystics end up going to the Himalayas. This is why monasteries exist. A monastery is an environment conducive for consciousness to reach its full potential. Okay? So, then we ask ourselves this question, and now we're in a much better position to answer that question and make choices in regards to the foods that we eat. Okay? So then, you ask yourself the question, what foods serve that purpose, even though life is purposeless, but within it, the purpose is to become enlightened. Within the purposefulness of it, the whole game is play. Even getting enlightened, that's play. Put it all in the context of play. Okay? So then you ask yourself that and you begin to investigate. And soon enough, you'll realize that there are certain foods like meats that are very heavy, that are very taxing on my system, that take a lot of energy to process. Okay, a lot of energy to process. It's dry, it doesn't have water, it needs a lot more energy to break down. This is why carnivores, true carnivores, I'm talking about the animals, I'm talking about lions, big cats, they sleep like 16, 18 hours a day. Why do you think they sleep so much? Because all they eat is meat. It's very heavy. It takes a lot of energy to process. It's an energy intensive source of fuel. It's like coal. It really is like coal. It's inefficient and it takes a lot of energy of a physical organism to process it. So even the animals that are designed to be carnivores, they end up sleeping most of the time, because their bodies, their physical organism needs so much energy to process the foods. So then you say, well, okay, then I can't be eating that food as much or at all. So eating meat is not wrong. I'm sorry to break it down to you guys, but it's not wrong. It is not a wrong act to eat meat. There's no morality. There's no morality. There's a line from the Tao Te Ching. I can't remember which page, but it's something along the lines of, when the Tao is lost, morality rises. Meaning the Tao is beyond morality. The Tao just is. Eating meat is not wrong. It's not a wrong act to eat meat. It's not morally wrong. It just, every action has a reaction. Within the illusion, the karma is the law of the illusion. You get certain actions and consequences, certain, effects, causes and effects. So if you kill another animal, you're gonna have to pay for that karmically at some point. But it's not wrong. You could do it. You could do it. You could do it. And a self-realized being will not judge you for that. Okay? I believe people needed fish, and I think Jesus helped them out or something to get fish. We're talking about an enlightened being here. Once you're enlightened, you see beyond the duality. You see that this is all an illusion. Arjuna was like, no man, I don't want to fight. These are my cousins, these are my teachers. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. This is wrong. And Krishna's like, dude, you're tripping. You're tripping. Dude, here, take a puff of this. You're tripping balls right now, Arjuna. Take a puff of this. Calm the fuck down. Chill out. Relax. Okay, look, this is just a game. It doesn't exist. It's Maya. It's illusion. Relax. This is your part right now. This is the way it is. This is the way the drama's playing. Don't resist it. Go out and fight your cousins. Go out and wage the war. Because that doesn't mean anything. Death doesn't mean anything. It's just an imagination. We're all like dream characters imagining things. It's all imaginary. So do it here. Chill out, relax. Relax that morality. Chill out with that good and evil stuff. And so, the truth is, there's no right and there's no wrong. So it's not wrong to eat meat. But if you want to put yourself in a state of consciousness conducive enough, that's the paradox of it, the irony. If you want to put yourself in a state of consciousness that gets you to see that it isn't wrong to eat meat, the paradox of it is, you're probably going to have to put the meat down. That's what's so paradoxical and funny about it. There are certain foods that are going to elevate your awareness, your consciousness. Okay? They're lighter on your body, easier to digest. Okay? Less taxing, less acidic, less waste forming. Okay? Just, they make you feel good. No tension, relaxed, calmer. Okay? Sattvic foods, they call them in the yogic science, in Ayurveda. Sattvic foods. So those are plant-based foods usually. Okay? And paradoxically and ironically, it's when you incorporate this type of lifestyle, light lifestyle, sattvic, is when you realize, oh shit, it isn't even wrong to eat meat. It isn't even wrong to do anything. It isn't even wrong to murder. That's what's so mind-boggling. You see nature murdering itself all the time. You see it happening all the time. It's always, you know, forest fires, they happen naturally, right? Nature destroying itself, the divine mother eating herself and then recreating herself. Because a truly self-realized being, an enlightened being, goes beyond morality, beyond good and evil. And again, the irony is that you really have to put down some of these heavier, denser foods, along with all the other sattvic lifestyle hacks, like sleeping, getting enough rest, hanging around in calmer places, more nature, you know, sunlight, etc. And the irony is, once you do that, then you realize, oh, it's not even wrong to eat meat. Nothing is wrong. You go beyond good and evil. Nothing's wrong. But then you also see through the system, you see how karma works, and you realize that, okay, then I wouldn't want to kill. So even if you go back to eating meat, because a self-realized being can go back to eating meat and it won't even affect their karma, then you know, okay, like for example, Buddhists, right? The really high ones, we're talking about Tibetans here. They don't have a law against eating meat, but they say as long as if the animal happens to be there, like because if the Buddhists usually, they get their foods from lay people, regular people. So if regular people give them meat, they have to eat what regular people give them. That's the way it goes. So to them, if that's what people are giving us, we're going to have to eat it. And, you know, meat or not, we're going to have to eat it. But we're not going to go out of our way to kill the animal. So even at those higher states of awareness, you realize that killing is only keeping you stuck in the game longer. Because then you accumulate negative karma, you harmed another being within the game, another illusion, another dream character. It happens to be a cow, let's say. You're a dream character, human being. A cow is a dream character, a cow. And within it is Brahman animating all these dream characters. So you've committed a crime against yourself. And the way you've created this game is whenever I commit a crime against myself, then I pay for it. In another form, in another way. So then you might have to be that cow, getting killed or something. I don't know. There's different ways for which the karma manifests itself. Okay, and I think another way the karma manifests itself is if you eat meat regularly, there's a lot of health consequences that happen as a result. Okay, so, you know, negative health consequences. So you see the karma can manifest in many ways in this lifetime and future lifetimes. You never know how it manifests. And then from that perspective, you make your choices about food. And so most people, when they're trying to make their choices, they're following the the comical, I can't even take it seriously. The comical modern nutrition system, which is just a big illusion, right? That says you need this amount of protein, you need this amount of vitamins, and so you believe in it, you're born into it, you abide by it, and then now you follow it. Now it becomes actually like the belief system that you follow, and you make it true. Your own belief in it makes it true. And then, yeah, you follow that system. And so the system tells you, you need, you know, B12, you need this, you need to eat meat, etc., etc. And then you follow that system, okay? Well, where was my point? I swear that the comical nature of the modern nutrition system just completely got me off track. It's just so funny. It's so funny because it's such an illusion. And you make it true by believing in it. So where was I? Yeah, to go all the way back, right? Yeah. So what most people are missing is the bigger picture of what's happening here, which is I'm here, I'm playing a game, I'm God consciousness playing a game, and this game, I guess I'm becoming enlightened now. That's the way the game plays itself. Is you come here, you come out, you come in from nothingness into somethingness, from somethingness into nothingness, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And in that playful nature of it, you become enlightened. Essentially, you become who you are to begin with. That's the cosmic joke. Is you're going nowhere and you're nowhere. You're always here. Enlightenment is just realizing, oh shit, I forgot. Oh, I guess, oops. All right, well played. Let's do it again. And then, you know, Shiva destroys the universe and it starts all over. The game of hide and seek starts all over. But if you're missing the context of the game, of course, you're not gonna, your food choices are gonna be all out of whack. You're gonna be falling at the whims of any system that you're indoctrinated into. And that system could be, you know, like for most people here living in the West, the modern nutritional system. But then if you have the bigger picture, oh, I guess I'm getting enlightened. That's the way the game plays. Then you say, well, what are the foods that are most conducive? How can I create an environment, an overall lifestyle, a sattvic lifestyle that is most conducive to that environment? And believe me, once you're totally self-realized, done with the trip, a Jesus, a Buddha, most self-enlightened, self-realized beings, they choose to go, obviously, the vegetarian route, you know, just eating plant-based foods, and not killing other organisms. But even then, you could, I mean, not all self-realized beings did not eat any meat or any flesh of another animal at all. At that point, I think you're so beyond the duality, the yin and the yang, the light and the darkness, that yeah, you probably do whatever at that point. You know what I mean? And it won't harm your consciousness. Your awareness is at that point, it's living permanently, abiding in non-dual awareness. And all your actions are going to be the perfect actions, including eating meat, if that's what you choose at that point, you see? So again, the moral of the story, it is not wrong to eat meat. It is not wrong to do anything. Absolutely not. Just put life in the proper context, the play that we're playing here, in the right context, in the dream, and then decide what foods, what dream foods, these are dream characters also, you want to incorporate into your life that will help you get out of the dream or realize that you're in a dream. Okay? And you're going to see as we go on that it's just going to be lighter foods that are easily digestible. They leave the least amount of toxic waste behind so that you could sit down and get enlightened, I suppose, or, you know, have a higher perception, higher awareness, a more non-dualistic awareness. Okay? So hopefully this video sheds some light on your own situation in your own life and your own decisions of what you want to do, you know. And yeah, I want to thank all our Patreons for sponsoring this peppermint tea, this cup of peppermint tea, and these bananas as well. Okay, really, like these bananas. Thank you guys. Right, I'm gonna really remember. See, these bananas need another couple of days probably to be fully ripe. I mean, you can see they're spotty, but still green from here and green from here. No, this one, yeah, it's still a little bit green from here. Okay, so if I put it in the heater, I should make a video on how to ripen bananas. I got a whole banana operation going on in my room. Got like so many of them because you need to get them earlier on. And anyway, I'll make a video on it. But yeah, thank you guys for this bananas, for this peppermint tea. I appreciate your support. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Mwah. All the love. And if you'd like to support, you know, maybe give me a third banana or something or whatever. If you'd like to support, just show your support. You could do so also on Patreon. You could join the Patreon family. Okay? Anything is appreciated. I don't do this full time. I'd love to do it full time. Doesn't look like I'm gonna do it full time anytime soon, but if more people support, maybe one day the dream will become true and I'll be able to do this full time. So, God bless, and until next time, may the force be with you.